How do you plan on going into the season now? Obviously after winning it, then coming into this new season, what is your preparation as a team going into this season?
Well, it has been great so far. Guys reached here earlier and they had a good practices, couple of good games, practice games, and I had a good games in ILT, few games to play, and I think everything looking in great shape as last year, and we will just try as the best as a team. We play well, we play together, and what are the things we did last year? It went well, and we will try to keep things simple and just put that effort in the ground. And I think nothing much changed, but the effort which is required in the ground, I think we all need to focus on that and see what happens.
Rashid, just on that, you say nothing much has changed, but as the champions, there is a target on your back. From your experiences of playing all the matches around the world in different leagues, just what is that like going into a tournament as defending champion?
Well, to be honest, was more pressure last year than this year. We came at the bottom twice in a row, and to come up from that and win the trophy was a big thing for us as a team. And I think what we did right was like we play collectively as a team, and we took the responsibility at certain points of the game. Like I feel like that was something which is more important, even if it's stopping a couple of runs. Our good fielding gives a good energy to the team, and I think we as a team we had one thing in the mind, just to put efforts, and give that 100% in the ground, whether it's bowling, batting, or fielding, and don't really look to the result what comes up. I feel sometime when you look into the result and you want something before result, I think the effort comes in the bowling unit, batting unit, and fielding. I think that will be the target for us, and challenging for us how we start the season. And each and everyone knows their responsibility in the team, and I think everyone is very well professional and very well uh, experienced as well, to understand the role, and they can take the responsibility and do well for the team.
Rashid, you also spoke about things on the same, but there are some players that have left, there are some players that have joined. Devil Travis is gone, for example. Nicholas Pooran's joined. Just sort of what's the process still integrating this team and getting them on the same page and everyone aligned into the goal of the season?
Well, every player, is well experienced, as I mentioned, and they will adjust themselves with the condition and then the position of the team quite quickly. That's called like, everyone is so professional. They have played so much cricket around the world, and I think it won't be that difficult for them. We play alongside Nicholas Pooran a lot, and some other players like, that they have played together a lot, and they know what is my role in the team. And I don't think so it's going to be that difficult for them to adjust with the team, and with the position he plays, in the role he has will be given. And everyone is like so excited about the games to be started soon and deliver well for the team. So the new faces there, like me myself as a captain, I will try my best, to give them the kind of freedom in the kind of environment that he feel relaxed and chilled, and he could share everything he wants to, and he wants to the brand of cricket he wants to. I will be there to support. Like won't be something like a very much demanding cricket, but it's going to be more of the freedom, like the kind of cricket he wants to play, the kind of cricket he wants to perform, and in the environment he wants. I think it's going to be pretty much chilled, and given all the freedom to the young players, and we all senior players will be there to support and back up.
The final is in Newlands. Who's in the final? Who's playing the final this year?
Who is playing the final? I think if I that's too far. I think it's a long way to go. I think it's a long way. It's going to be next year. You know that. It won't be this year, so it's going to be in 2026. And let's see. Who plays good cricket. We're all here to play good cricket. As I mentioned earlier, like I'm not much into the result, but I'm more into the efforts. So no matter how we play, where we end up, but for me, the effort we put in the ground is matters the most. And as long we keep putting that efforts each and every time we go to the ground, I think definitely you get the right result most of the time.
Rashid, just talk to us about Nicholas Pooran. I mean, it's the first time when we kept on people will
Well, he's going to bring lots of energy to the game. We know how dangerous and how good cricketer he is, And for me, I played along a lot with him in the same team, and I know him as a good person, and definitely is going to bring some exciting innings to the game. The Newlands fans will love it. He's a kind of like person who comes up and smashing. Lots of sixes you will see, and so yeah, a guy full of energy and entertainment, and I'm sure he's gonna love the time here. I have been here from the last 2 3 years, and the way fans supported us through the difficult time and a good time. I think for me that was more important, and definitely Nicholas Pooran will have the best time. They'll have the great support from the fans here, and he's gonna smash it. He's gonna play some great innings here.
So Coach Robbie, obviously, he's also a spinner himself, but obviously a different spinner to you when he was a player. But does he get involved with giving guidance to the younger spinners or
Head coach?
the coach? Yeah, does he get
Oh,
involved?
Robbie.
Yeah.
I think for me, he's definitely for me, like, he's playing an important role. Like, I always try to discuss with him, and it's not just about the skills. With different bowlers, different skills we have, but it's the mindset and the experience. He played lots of Test cricket, and he knows, like, he played lots of harder cricket than me that I have ever played. He played the World Cups, and he represented South Africa against the best sides in tough situation he has faced, and he has learned from that. And I think for me, that experience is a lot. And I always try my best to discuss things with him. And in a tough situation, sometimes in the game your mind doesn't work. You're trying to do different, but from outside he knows, and he's the most experienced, I will say, spinner, like, in the team we have, and as a head coach. So I think I always try to share, and I always try to learn from him and the experience get from him. And every youngster, I think, it's a great opportunity for them to have that 1.5 month, and to learn from him as much as possible. Not only the skills why, but the experience he has played in the how to react and how to bowl in a tougher situation, and what will be the options you have as a bowler.
Rashid, you an extremely experienced player, and also you're known for sort of darting in your leg breaks. But I believe you've got a slower one that you've also been working on, a fuller one that you've been working on. Just how important is it for a player, like, regardless of how many games they play, to continue improving on the game? And can you talk about some of those variations that you've continually learned?
Well, as a player, you always need to have something new in your pocket, and I think that comes from your practice sessions. Whenever you go and you practice, and you have to just not like keep repeating yourself, and without working on something else. It might take some time. It might not take, like, month, a year, or 2 years for me to bowl and to bring that variation into my bowling to slower. It's not just about, like, to make my action slower and things like that. Was pretty hard for me, but somehow I adjusted, and myself how I'm gonna be able to bowl the slow one, and it does help me. I've got so many wickets with that, like, and especially while bowling a lot in the nets, it does help me. From the last 3 4 years, I was trying my best in the net that I should be able to make it perfect, and when it comes to the game, I'm able to deliver it. But still, there are some areas where I need to improve, and but as I said, like, all the youngster, whoever is it bowling in the net, we all should be trying to do something which might be needed in future. You don't need to be restricted to having few options. You need to have more options, and it's up to you as a bowler, like, how hard the work you put. Like, nowadays the batters have so many options where to hit the, like, in different shots, and I think the should be the same with the spinners and the seamers as well, to have options when it's tough time. What's the best option for me to bowl?
And just, if I can ask one more, Devil Grievous you played with him here, and he's also like one of the best hitters of spin bowling in the world, and you one of the best spin bowlers in the world. I think that's a matchup that everyone's looking forward to when it does happen. But just sort of having spent a few seasons with him together, who sort of benefits the most out of having practiced together so much? Like, do you feel like you have the upper hand on him, or does he maybe
To be honest, I tell you, he hasn't faced me much in the nets. Yeah, you might see from outside that I keep bowling to him every day in the nets, but the games are like, so much back to back. Even last year, we haven't got the time to practice as a team. I might have bowled to him once or twice in the nets in the whole 2-3 years. We played in MLC together as well, and we played here. But nowadays, as I mentioned, batsmen are coming up harder against the spinner, the seamer. They have so many options to hit. But what comes most important is if you keep hitting your right area, I think it becomes harder for any batter around the world. And that's the most challenging part for me. If I bring that kind of doubt in the mind that this guy is going to hit me, if I bowl bat, anyone can hit me. If I bowl fuller, anyone will hit you for 6. If I bowl back off length, anyone will go for it. But to bring that consistency and to hit the right area back to back, I think that's the most important thing against any batter. If someone is hitting you a good ball, then what else you can do? You can only repeat the good ball, and it can't be hit again and again. So for me, the best thing is just if he's hitting well, he's a good spin. He hit the spin so well, but the same for me. Like if I hit the right area again and again, maybe I get the success. He might hit couple of, but if I hit, the right area, I will get the success. So that's why I think in the pitching, we have written good length and short length. So good length is good ball for anybody around the world. And I think that, as I mentioned, challenge will be like to hit the right area against any batter. There's going to be success for you.
Rashid, you mentioned the MLC. just pick that up now. So just talk to us about this journey.
I shouldn't have mentioned.
It just got me to thinking that you're part of this franchise, not just here, but in 2 or 3 teams as well. Just talk to us about your journey with this franchise that you've had and how have you enjoyed that with this franchise?
Well, it all started with here in MI Cape Town with MI. I think since that I had great time, and wherever I go with MI only. The kind of the respect I have been received and the kind of love has been given to me, and the freedom I think as a player you need is something which is more important than anything else. And that's for you is the key. I feel like I have been given so much of respect in the kind of freedom I want, and the environment, most important, the environment, like around the team, how important it is for you as a player being in that environment, because environment and that freedom affects your game. And if it's a good environment and you get the freedom, I feel like you deliver the best in the ground, and that's more important than anything else. And that's why I've been with the setup wherever I go. I know everyone so well, I don't need to bring those kind of things in the mind that, okay, if I go to that setup, how it's going to be. No, I know this setup so well from 2022. And wherever I go, MLC, MI Emirates, here MI Cape Town, and now we have in MI Oval as well, in 100. And hopefully we keep that continue all around the world. So I know the setup very well, and I go without having negative things in the mind that how people will be, how I will be received as a player, and what are the things, what are challenging I will be facing. Those things are out of my own mind. It's just the performance and try my best for the team. And I think I'm lucky to be in this family, and I hope, and inshallah, I will keep this continue to be here till I play cricket. I retire in MI as well.
Rashid, you feel confident about your batting? Can the fans expect some catch-up millions from you?
Well, definitely, they will. Whenever I get the opportunity to play some of the shots, which I don't know how I played it, but it just comes up like, some new shots. But definitely, whenever I get the opportunity to bat for the team, I will try my best to clear the boundary as many times as possible.